is my fight song. Take back my life song. Prove I'm alright.
Hey, welcome back. Fox 5 News on the Hill. You know, July is Mental Health Awareness Month, and this morning we're invited a Marine Corps veteran on the Hill to talk about this issue. Mental health is very important, especially the people dealing with traumatic stress disorder or PTSD. Thank you so much.
Akshay, Nanavati, you're here. You are the author of the new book out called Fearvana. Tell us a little bit about the inspiration and view, this idea that you have presented in the book, what that stands for.
Sure. So it came to me because of my struggles that I went through after the war. So I was diagnosed with post-traumatic stress disorder, and I hit a really low point. I was struggling with alcohol. I drank myself to the brink of suicide. And when I hit that moment that I could even think that I could take my own life, that hit me really hard. So I started researching neuroscience, psychology, spirituality to do something to change my life. And that's what led me to this concept of Fearvana. Because I realized that if I don't seek out a meaningful struggle, struggle is going to find me anyway. And ultimately, I found my salvation through suffering, through finding a meaningful suffering. So writing the book was a demanding process.
I'm sure.
It's been amazing to watch your generation of veterans with the disposal of information you have at your hand to approach this in different ways. We've had people come in, talk about dog therapy. We've had other people talk about, physical activity and things like that. What was the coin that dropped for you on how you could best help yourself and then in turn help others?
I think the most important thing that I've come to learn through research and my own life experience is that the symptoms of post-traumatic stress are not necessarily indicative of a disorder. So, for example, survivor's guilt. When I was in Iraq, I lost a friend of mine, and that hurt me for a long time. But I learned to reframe that. I learned to say that, okay, I can stay guilty. So the guilt never went away. To this day, I remind myself of my friend, and I say that since I'm still alive, let me do something meaningful with this life.
So did the VA let you down in your recovery and struggle with PTSD? Why did you need to go through this? Why did you end up on the brink of suicide? Or is it just a bigger issue than we realize?
I did go to the VA, and I don't want to sort of blame them because the people there were great. They really had genuine care for me. But I think the treatment itself was not the best in the sense that I would often leave there and want to drink. I would drive straight to the liquor store.
Wow.
And I was told that this is sort of a normal part of the process, that you're going to hit lows in order to feel it. And I thought, that can't be right. And it wasn't just me. It was a lot of friends that I knew struggling with it as well. So I thought, that's not right. That can't be the right way to do it. So that's what led me to the research, to kind of heal myself.
Yeah, there's this old phrase that there's safety in numbers about a lot of things, especially people dealing with mental illness. Does it help to be in these group situations where you're able to talk to other veterans, people who've experienced maybe some of the same things you've experienced, or is it better to treat this individually?
I don't think there's a one-size-fits-all. I think it's definitely important to have support and have people around you. That really makes a big difference. My wife was invaluable support for me. But a lot of it for me was just handling it myself and just the research.
You know, we have some statistics up on the screen right now for people to read as we talk, but I want to know from you, when someone who is not of the military, who is not a veteran, what should they say briefly?
Briefly, the most important thing they can do is reframe their stress. Turn their stress into something positive. Find something meaningful to fill that void so it's not just empty.
All right, we want to remind you the book is Fearvana.
Fearvana.
Akshay, Nanavati, we appreciate you coming in and joining us on Fox 5 News on the Hill this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're the best. Thanks so much.